Hello, wonderful people. This is Operation Claim Your Marriage program. I am mystified by why some women cannot cook, and that is what I'm talking about today. There are some things that people take lightly, and it has caused a lot of problems in marriages, like cooking in the home. Some people or some ladies actually cannot cook. Some cannot cook. Some don't just want to cook, and it is very bad for a wife not to know how to cook or feels lazy to cook. I had this very wonderful and vibrant son in the Lord. Every Sunday after service, he would tell me, Mama, I'll follow you home today to go and eat homemade food. Every Sunday, this man was doing it. Wonderful young man. Every Sunday, he'll follow me home and eat homemade food. Then when they're asking, I said, what about your wife? But you are married. Is it that she cannot cook? And how does she feel when you tell her that, or each time you tell her that you came to eat in my house? He said the wife cannot, really cannot cook. And she doesn't say anything, whenever I tell her that I came to eat in your house, she doesn't say anything. That is just the reason why some men fall into the trap of these side chicks and strange women. That is how they drive their husbands into the hands of such women. And once the woman cannot cook and the husband keeps going out to eat, it is just a way of saying, my husband, have a side chick. And by the time these side chicks or these girlfriends or whatever cooks for them and put concoction or charm inside, that is the end. And if they can cook well, they have lost, the women have lost their husbands to or these other women. So it is very good for a woman to learn how to cook. How, for heaven's sake, can a woman say she cannot cook? And I told him, I said, ask her to come. Let me teach her how to cook. The woman refused to come. So there are women who don't know how to cook and they don't even care, about learning how to cook. They're just okay. They don't bother. Some cannot even cook ordinary Indomie noodles. Some women cannot cook it. Some can't even make eba. When they cook Indomie noodles, it's either it is too soft, you won't be able to eat it, or they put all the spices inside and it will be tasting harsh in the mouth. You won't be able to eat it. Some cannot make eba. When they make eba, there are, lumps inside. Some cannot make even pap. It is so sad. It is good for a woman to know how to cook. Now, there are places you can learn if you're a wife and you don't know how to cook. There are places they have cooking videos in the internet. It's a good place to learn how to cook so that you won't lose your husband to strange women, so that you won't continue to have problems at home with your husband because you cannot prepare good food for your husband and members of your family. And you expect a healthy young man that has been well nourished by his mother. The mother knows how to cook good food, has fed his son with good food, to now marry you and start starving. By the time your husband tells you he's hungry, you say, please, I'm too tired to cook. You go to the kitchen and cook. Or my husband is not considerate. He knows I'm tired. He will ask me to go and cook. You can go and cook for yourself. Seriously, that is very, very bad. You are the wife. You are the one that should be cooking in the house. That is the truth. Forget what they are telling you, in internet, what you are hearing, all the things you hear. No, you are the wife. You are the one that should be cooking in the house. Good. If your husband wants to assist, there are some men that actually love to cook. Very good. I congratulate you if your husband cooks. He loves cooking. It sees as a hobby. He likes to cook. But there are some men that don't know how to cook. So you are the wife. You have to cook for your home, cook for your children, cook for your husband. If your husband wants to assist, okay, very good. Not that you will now make it a point of duty for your husband to be cooking in the house. You will just relax in bed and say, please, I'm tired. Go and cook. If you are hungry, go to the kitchen and cook. That is very, very bad. Too bad. That is how they leave their husband to go out. Leave them to stray into the hands of, all these desperate women. And they come and be crying and be asking for prayers, looking for who will pray with them to deliver their husband from the hands of strange women. Or even from house help. There are some house help that can cook very well and they took over your homes. They took over your husband. Every woman must learn how to cook. It is a shame for a woman to say that she cannot cook. It is a very, very big shame. Proverbs 31:15, they're talking about the righteous woman. It says, she riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. It shows the value of planning ahead and starting meals early. She ensures her people had enough to eat. She ensures her people had enough to eat. She treated food as a basic way to care for and love her family. She treated food as a basic way to care for and love her family. She managed her home very well. She was a good manager. I had a very, very strict mother. My mother was very strict. She has gone to be with the Lord. And my mother cooked very well. She was a very good cook. We were 5 girls. She taught everyone how to cook. You can't be in the house and you say you cannot cook. We're 7 ladies, 7 female in the house. We all learned how to cook. In fact, my mother cannot be cooking in the kitchen and you are inside sleeping or watching telly. It's not even possible. When she's in the kitchen, you must be there. You are part of the process. You either helping her to cut vegetables or wash the meat. You are just doing one thing or the other, and you must be part of. You must learn how to cook. In fact, she shared this cooking days for us. Monday, you are going to cook. Tuesday, be will cook. Just like that. God help you if your food is not delicious. If your food is not delicious, God help you. Either you oversalted the food, or too much water, or too much oil, you are in trouble with my mother. She will deal with you. You must learn how to cook. How can a woman say she doesn't know how to cook? That is very, very bad. So today, many mothers tell their children, their daughters, cooking is old-fashioned. Cooking is outdated. How can a woman enter the kitchen and be cooking? No, the kitchen is not a place that you spend your time. You get a house help. You are not supposed to be cooking in the home. That is rubbish. It is very, very bad. That is a testimony that majority of this generation of mothers, majority of this generation of mothers are failed woefully because they have not been able to teach their daughters the basic things that they should learn before going to a man's house. It gives me a thrill to cook or create something that is really delicious and tasty for people to eat. When you eat my food, I'm very happy. I enjoy cooking for people to eat. It gives me a lot of joy. Now, every community I found myself, I learned their delicacies. I learned their food. I did my youth service in Cross River State. Then it was Cross River State, and I was in the camp, or when camp when they created Akwa Ibom State. So we now did as youth service in Akwa Ibom State. After my youth service, I left for Calabar, University of Calabar, to do a postgraduate program. So I spent some years in that part of the country. I learned their delicacies. Name it. I can cook edikaikom, ekman koko, afang, white soup, edita. I can cook the banga soup with atama, white soup, fisherman soup, ekman koko. I can cook all the way they cook their okra and their egusi soup. I can cook it. I did my A-levels in Kwara State, then in Ilorin. I learned how to cook gbegiri. I ate it the first time. I said, this is so delicious. Please teach me how to cook this gbegiri soup. I learned it. Amala, ewedu, I can cook all. Yes, I always like to learn, delicacies of other tribes. Then Delta soup, the way they cook their banga soup, I learned it. Owo, I know how to cook owo. I know how to cook egusi, pepper soup, okra pepper. All of them I know how to cook all. Yes, I learned it. And then the delicacies of Edo State, I can cook their Edo soup. Then black soup, I know how to cook it very well. Cotton seed soup, that's another delicacy in Edo State. I can cook it. Just name it. I can prepare starch. Why did I learn all this? So that I'll be able to give my family varieties. I'll be able to give them varieties. And your husband will love you. Your children will love you. You cook good food for them, good homemade food. So as a woman, you should learn all these things. A woman should have excellent cooking skill. As a woman, should have an excellent cooking skill. I have a second cousin who got married to a governor, in one of these states. I don't want to mention it now. So they had a Thanksgiving ceremony some years ago, and they invited my parents, my mother and my father. Then they were still alive. I went with them. So the ceremony was just for one day, but we spent, 2 more days. And then the second day we're seated in the living room, the governor's wife, my mother and I. So she now took permission from my mother. They were just talking, gisting, and then she took permission and said, I want to go and cook for my husband. My mother said, so you still cook for your husband, the whole first lady? She said, she cooks for her husband though. She cooks most of the time. She cooks her husband meals. She doesn't allow the caterers. You can imagine such a place that they have a team of professional caterers and domestic staff. She still cooks for her husband. She still cooks for her husband. I'm talking of this first lady, a governor's wife. Ladies of these days, they will tell you, please, I can't. I just fix my nails. I cannot swear my nails. They won't even cook because they are, first lady. But this woman, cooks for her husband. She says it's what she does. She enjoys cooking for the man. She doesn't allow caterers to cook for her husband. I also know this man. It's a family that is close to me. Whenever the wife cooks and he enjoyed the food very well, we just bring out a bill of naira notes. We say, my wife, sit down, let me spray you for taking care of me, cooking good food for me. We just be spraying the woman with naira notes, spraying the woman with naira notes. Women, learn how to cook good food. You are married to a man who is from a home where he was fed with good food. The mother knew how to cook very well. Good, nutritious food. You married a healthy man. Now the man has married you, is skinny. You cannot cook. And you expect that man to love you. Learn how to cook is very, very important. Most men don't eat outside. They don't eat because their wives can cook. Wherever they are running back home to come and eat. They don't eat out. They prefer to come and eat at home because of the delicacy their wives cook for them. Some homes, children wake up in the morning, they carry plates to go and buy mama put. They eat before going to school. By the time they come back, they still carry plates, go to mama put and buy lunch, dinner, the same thing. Some women even buy mama put for their husbands. Why? Woman, what is there in cooking? Cooking is not hard. I can't imagine why a woman say you cannot cook. If you cannot cook, then why are you a woman? If you cannot cook, every woman must learn how to cook. If you want to keep your home, you want to keep your husband, you learn how to cook. Cooking brings emotional bond. Between you, your family, your husband and your family, it brings emotional bond. It is a way of showing affection to your family. If you love your family, you want them to be healthy. You don't want to be eating junk food or just anything. You don't want them to be falling sick. You love your family, you will learn how to cook good food. Good, nutritious food. You will learn how to cook for your family. They say that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Your husband will show you love. He will shower you with love if you care for his stomach. If you care for your husband's stomach, he will shower you with love. He will be happy. He want to be with you all the time. You can't expect a man to be with you at home all the time when he's hungry. You cannot cook. Your husband is with you. He wants to eat. There's no good food in the house. He enters the kitchen, nothing. The pots are dry. There's no food, no good food. So such a man will go outside and eat. And when he keeps going out, you know what happens. Women, learn how to cook. If you learn how to cook, your husband will love you. Your children will also love you and you have a good and happy home. It is well with you. God bless you in Jesus' name. Amen.